Hi everybody and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are as always your hosts Arne and Carlos. We are officially on holiday, so we are doing some reruns and we're adding new commentary to our reruns.
Yeah. And today we are showing a what you call that, live stream?
Yeah, well, a live stream that
Live
was
stream.
live back in 2018.
It's not live today.
But it's not live today. We started doing live streams, I think it was in 2018 actually.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun doing them, but we could only do them at certain times when Anna and Eric and PJ were here because of the technology and everything that we needed to do. So those live streams didn't happen very often. We haven't done them for a while because we have been separated due to COVID.
Yeah.
But this particular live stream was a little bit different than all the others, wasn't it, Arne?
Yeah, because we were on our way to China,
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly.
We were going to leave the day after to
Yeah.
fly to China.
And it was very exciting because it was the first time for me and you went back, like you stay there, you lived there for a
Yeah,
while.
this was the first time I went back to China since I lived there for, in my other life. So we're very excited about the trip to China, and but we decided to do a live stream, and we didn't actually film it here because our flight was early in the morning.
Yeah, so we
So
went
we needed to stay at a hotel in Oslo. So we decided to film it in
Eric's garden.
Eric's garden, and it was the day. It was a day with extremely warm weather, and everything that could go wrong went wrong. I remember Eric spending more than usual setting things up, and some stuff wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was that wasn't working, but it was a lot
A
of
lot of things.
a hassle and issues.
And there's some action in the movie as well.
Yeah, there's a lot
Just
of
have to
action.
watch and see.
There's a little sequence when you hear a lawnmower, when Arne very cleverly comments that Eric has neighbors. Apparently we do not.
Well, we have neighbors, but not so close.
Not as close, yeah. And then there's a hilarious episode where an entire screen that was reflecting.
No, you shouldn't
like,
tell this. This is a surprise.
Oh, well, it's a surprise, but there is some stuff that happens in this particular live stream. And our live streams were a lot of fun. They always had a theme. I think the theme of this one is projects on the go.
Oh.
So we asked people where they took their projects, and we told them where we took ours. So yeah, it was a great live stream. And if you want to, there is a playlist on our YouTube channel with all the live streams that we've done. As I said, we haven't done many in the past year due to COVID, but we do look forward to eventually resuming them again.
We did one where we actually watched a video when it was out, and it was kind of a live stream.
Well, it's a live chat.
That was a live chat, so people were a little bit confused.
Yeah,
Because how can they be on the movie and talk at the same time?
yeah, exactly.
But
no, that was a
no,
live chat.
that was live chat.
And now we have a really fun live stream for you to enjoy. It was live in 2018. We're now in 2021 when it's not live. Anyway, we're gonna probably sit here and enjoy it with you guys. And after that, we're gonna continue working in our garden.
Yeah. See you next time. Hello everybody
Hi, everybody.
and welcome to our YouTube channel. And we are as always Arne and Carlos, and today we are knitting in a garden in Oslo.
We're live today.
And live.
Yes, absolutely, totally live. We are in a garden in Oslo, visiting our good friend Eric. Eric is a cinematographer, and he films all our episodes, and he's been with us since we started our channel. And Anna is also here, and PJ is also here. So we've got 3 people that are going to be helping us with this live stream. And we're very happy to be here. And oh my God, this screen is just moving like crazy. We've got
Cool.
Kelly from Michigan. We've got Marinella Poggi, who's actually complimenting our chairs and saying hello from Italy.
Yeah, these
Love
chairs
Italy.
are really nice.
These chairs are stunning.
Yeah.
They're not ours,
No.
but we might take them with us when we leave today.
Got space in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got Cynthia G. Wilson. We've got Nancy Nickerson from Nova Scotia. We've got Melissa from Luxembourg here again. Sandri Fatoren, Sweden, she says, sends us greetings. Hey,
Hello.
Sverige.
Hi, Sverige. Hi, Sverige.
We've got Trish from Texas. We've got Cynthia again. Hello, Cynthia. She's waving to us, so let's wave back. Irma de Witt from Holland. I mean, it's incredible. So many people are now.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, and today we thought we should talk about places to knit.
Yeah, we're here in Eric's garden. We brought our knitting. We're knitting socks.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've been knitting in some really crazy places in our career. And we'd like to hear from you. Put it in your comments. Tell us about your crazy places where you have been knitting. And then we'll tell you a few stories of ours.
Yes.
But before that, we want to tell you a little bit about this incredible weather that we've been having.
It's been crazy.
It's been insane. We have a 4-week heat wave in Norway, in the south of Norway. Temperatures are super high.
Actually, we had so much snow that we left the country for a
Yeah,
while.
we left the country on May 1st with about 1 meter of snow, so 3 feet.
We just had it.
We went to Italy for holidays, and when we came back on May 11th, we had no snow. The lake was still quite frozen on May 11th. It defrosted around May 16th. On May 27, I jumped into the lake for the first time.
I waited until the 30th.
Yes, and if you're wondering about the temperatures, I put a little thermometer in the lake yesterday. It was 23 degrees Celsius, which I think is around 72 Fahrenheit. And the air temperature yesterday was about 75 degrees Fahrenheit or 26 degrees Celsius. So it's been really warm here.
Yeah. People can come from south of Europe to Norway now because it's warmer here.
Yeah, it's actually warmer here in Oslo tonight than it is in Marbella in the south of Spain.
But it's still nice to knit even if
Yeah.
it's warm because
Oh.
we knit in the shadow.
Yeah, and True Love, she says, love from Orlando, Florida, 89 degrees here today. So 89 in Florida and about 75 in Oslo. So we usually laugh because people are always saying like, oh my God, it must be so cold in Norway. And people saw us canoeing in the lake yesterday. And some people were commenting it looked like it was really nice weather, but the lake must be so cold. And I always laugh because we don't live in the North Pole. We live in Norway, which is part of Europe. So, you know, we can have temperatures like these.
It can get warm.
It can get warm, although it is unusual. And usually we call this pre-summer because it's always bad weather in June. But this year we have to say it's full summer.
Yeah, it's really early. So this year I think a lot of the flowers will be finished in
August.
in July maybe. So no flowers in August.
Okay,
So-
let's look
yeah.
at some comments here. Caroline Lloyd says she can knit anywhere.
Yeah.
She's a beginner but motivated. Ha ha ha. That's really good. Motivation is very important. Who else knits in crazy places? Let's see what we've got here.
A lot of people ask us if we knit on airplanes. I
Yeah.
never knit on airplanes.
No, airplanes, we don't do airplanes.
No, you do. You did it once in Peru. You were
yeah.
knitting once.
Yeah,
One time.
Yeah, I knit once in Peru on an airplane, but in Peru a lot of men knit, so it wasn't very, it was quite ordinary that I was knitting there. But otherwise, like if we're on a long haul flight, 11 hours, we're not going to break out the needles. No way.
No.
Because it'll attract too much attention. Not because we're well known, but because we're men who knit. So that's one of the places where we don't knit. So where do you guys knit? Tell us. Let's see. Amaris Joseph.
Knit in.
She says she knits. I knit in all my classes, home doctor's office, in bed, in the car. I knit everywhere.
That's nice.
good. We do too, except planes.
Only once. And it was Carlos.
Yeah,
not me.
Nitty Lil says she's always knitting and even she's going to try the cinema. And actually, I know that there's a group in Denmark that do knitting in the cinema. So, have you heard about
Yeah.
them?
See, but then you have to knit in the dark.
Yeah.
More, yeah. But that's possible.
Yeah, people are good at multitasking.
Yeah.
Everybody except me. I'm trying to keep track of you guys on the comments board. So I'm holding my needles, but if I knit, I'm going to lose
You can't
concentration.
what you call?
I can't multitask.
Multitask?
I'm a guy.
Yeah.
What can I say?
I can multitask.
Caroline Lloyd knits outside. Good lighting,
Yeah,
she says.
that's nice.
That's true. Sandra Fatoren, from Sweden. She says meeting time is knitting time.
That's true.
At work is probably unusual. But in Scandinavia, that is quite common. A lot of people knit when they're having meetings. And some people that come from abroad, you know, they come to Norway to do business, they do find it a little bit weird that, you know, some people are in the knitting
Yeah.
in the knitting rooms knitting while they're discussing solving world problems.
A lot
or
of people were
whatever.
knitting in school also in Norway. They were knitting through the classes. Like if you didn't have to write anything, you could knit. And also in the university, you can knit and listen.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that.
We've got Mandali. She says that she knitted in the bank, at the bank, because the waiting line was too long.
Oh, that's nice.
I do that too sometimes, you know. There's a long line, I break out the needles and I stand and I knit. I have done that, but not on a plane or
No,
not on the airport either,
No.
for some reason. Oh, and Robin Smith says she's knitted on the back of a motorcycle, not great. I can imagine that one. Knitting whilst the wind is blowing very hard on your whole body and you're trying to hold on.
That's like riding a horse and knitting. Is that possible?
Yeah, well, if the horse is going slowly, I guess. But a motorcycle is going
Oh,
very
that's-
fast.
That's cool.
And let's see what else we've got.
I
Yeah, Leona says that, Leona Germain says, I knit when I'm supposed to be writing my grocery list.
Yeah.
I hope you're eating well.
I knit in
see.
front of TV because if not, I fall asleep. I can't watch TV without knitting.
Yeah, that's true. Arne needs to knit at night. I'm kind of like the one that is awake in the evenings, and Arne is the one that always falls asleep. So he can't watch a TV show at once. We have to do the reruns all the time because he always falls asleep, and he knits to stay awake.
That's nice when you have DVDs or you have Netflix or things. They can watch the series over
Again
and over.
and again and
And I
again.
see new things all the time. So it's always funny. Read comments.
Yeah, okay. Artboy000 knits on the subway in New York City.
That's cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do need to commute and spend 40 minutes or more on the subway, so it's a great place to do your knitting.
Yeah.
I suppose sock knitting is a great thing to take with you.
It's relaxing and time flies.
Time flies when you knit socks. It's very relaxing, and you get your socks done, so it's really great. Oh, and Melissa S. She knits at home.
I knit underwater.
Underwater? Oh, but hang on, wait.
Well,
Melissa
is that
S.
possible?
Melissa S. says she knits at her in-laws' place because then she doesn't need to talk to anyone. And then she does one of those where she rolls her eyes, the selfie. That's a funny one. And then there was the one that knits underwater. That was Felicity Smebert. Now, how do you knit,
How do you-
Felicity? How do you knit underwater? Tell us. We're intrigued by your comment.
You're a good swimmer. We could try in our lake.
I'm a good swimmer.
We could try in our lake and film you knitting under the water.
I'll do that. Okay, we've got a message here. Catherine Silver has her birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. And we hope you have many, many more.
I'm not a singer, so sorry.
Well, we did a good job. We did okay. And Sophia Dorci, she knits in the bathroom. LOL.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've done that too. Sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I need to finish.
You should
up,
have a basket of yarn in the bathroom so you can knit while you do your business.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Celeste carries her knitting everywhere while standing in the line waiting to get into Riverview Theatre, while standing in line at the concession stand, picking up line at school. So she's a multitasker.
That's a
and
multitasker.
She's definitely doing her, using her time efficiently. That was Celeste Duville. And who else? And Melissa S. actually says also happy birthday to Catherine. So Catherine, you're getting a lot of...
So this is your birthday party.
Yeah, great birthday party. Thank you so much for tuning in, though. I mean, taking some time off your birthday for that is really nice.
That's nice.
Let's see. Oh, and Catherine says thank you. 65 years old today.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Cheryl Hill knits while she watches the beautiful birds in the garden.
That's nice.
Let's see what else. Lilia Swans writes that she's knitted the last rows of a kilt hose a few minutes before the general rehearsal of our theater play behind the stage. So I suppose that is one of those last minute adjustments that you do, and then everything's chaotic, right? The final minutes, and then you just go on, and then the show just starts.
That's nice.
Fabulous. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, lots of people knitting in meetings. Tress says that she also knits in all her meetings, and everybody expects that her yarn will be there.
Rebecca says happy birthday to Catherine.
Yes.
Rebecca Nelson.
And Heather says having Arne and Carlos at your birthday party would be great.
Yeah, we should brought the cake.
Yeah, we should have brought a
Champagne.
cake. Champagne and
Champagne
cake
for
everyone. Okay, so
We see too much Little Britain.
I think we do, yeah. So talking about places where we knit, Arne.
Yeah.
You knitted in some quite unusual places when you were a kid.
Yeah, because when I was working on the farm, when I was a kid, we didn't have the milking machine, so then I was milking.
Yeah,
But
by
then
hand.
By hand.
By hand, yeah.
But then we got the milking machine, and then I could knit while the machine was doing the job. So I was sitting on a small chair in the barn, watching the milking machine doing the job, and I was making sweaters.
Yeah,
And they smell like cow
yeah, and milk.
and milk.
Yeah, so that's that. I can see you there sitting there knitting like crazy.
But you can make a lot of sweaters during one summer on the out farm up in the mountains, because
you have to milk the cows
you have
every
to
day.
milk the cows 2 times a day, and of course you can knit. So that's maybe the most unusual place.
Yeah.
Or
That's
it's a
what-
nice way. Actually, you do multitasking.
Yeah, it's well. Actually, you're knitting and the machine's milking the cow,
So
so it's kind of
You don't
you-
waste your time.
Yeah, you're using your time efficiently.
Yeah.
And I know that Arne's grandmother, who was a big influence on Arne's life, she always said that only lazy people
Yeah.
sit idle without not doing
If you
anything with
sit
their
like
hands.
this and just watch TV, that's a waste of time.
She said that was a waste of time and that
So you
people
have
who
to
did that were lazy. So she
do
said
something.
you always need to do something with your hands.
If you can multitask, you can.
No, but I'm holding something in my hand, so I think it counts. I hope it counts.
You read
Anyway.
comments. You read comments.
I'm reading comments, yes. Yeah, Rose says, Arne, you need to write a book about your knitting adventures and your family. She would love it. And
like,
I think it would be like a Pippi Longstocking,
or Emil.
you know, an
Yeah.
Astrid Lindgren book for sure, because he had that kind of a childhood. It's incredible what he's, experienced as a kid. It's that childhood for real.
I was knitting a lot in the car also, because before I had the driver license, I went with my mother every now and then to Lillehammer to do some shopping, and then she was driving the Beetle and I was knitting.
Yeah.
So you could knit quite a lot on the way down to Lillehammer from where I grew up.
Yeah. So Lilia was explaining again that her husband needed the kilt hose for the place, and she finished it just in time.
That's nice.
So that is kind of like the behind the scenes of something. I mean, we've done that too. Finish things just the minute before we needed it. So
Or like
We can relate.
when we worked in the fashion industry, we did this collection with crochet jewelry.
yeah,
And a lot of the other designers, they went partying every evening because they said it's very important to get this, what you call it?
connections.
Connections.
And to do the networking. And all
Networking,
of that.
which means you go to bars and you drink and you stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning. That's networking.
That's networking for them.
But we had a lot of crochet jewelry we had to finish, so we stayed in a hotel room and we were crocheting.
Every evening at
Every
about
evening.
11 o'clock, we said we have to go and crochet, and they called us the Cinderellas.
Yeah, because
of
we
the
get
fashion
really
industry.
ugly after 12.
Yeah, because we'd always disappear before 12. Let's see some more comments. Let's see. Caroline Lloyd says that her grandma always had knitting in her hands when she was not doing other work.
Yeah, that's
and
the old kind of people, really.
Antoinette 00100, she writes, OMG, they're both alive. We are
Yes,
alive,
we are.
yes.
Alive and kicking.
Definitely.
Well, but look. Knitting.
Yeah, Donna
Donna
Sapala or Sapala says knitting keeps you young, it keeps your brain active. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, if you hear this strange sound, is the neighbor who is cutting the grass.
Yeah, it's not our neighbor, it's Eric's neighbor.
Because we're in the city now.
Yeah, we've taken over Eric's garden today, and we're doing a live stream.
And Eric has
from here.
neighbors.
And yes, unlike us, Eric has neighbors.
We don't have neighbors.
No.
Not many.
Not many. So for us, this sound is quite foreign, isn't it?
And Carlos complains every time a car passes by our property. Whoops! This is live.
Sorry about that.
It's getting windy in Oslo.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oslo's getting windy
I
now.
think we have to go back to the mountains where we live because we get
Yeah.
hurt or something.
Yeah, we're in the city now, and there's things going on here.
And I didn't lose a stitch.
You didn't lose. I'm not knitting. I'm not
No, but you can't
multitasking.
melt.
But yeah, what Arne was saying is sometimes I complain because a car passes by. But here we've got the machine,
the
the
machine, the
lawnmower,
lawnmower.
the things that fall
We
down.
even had the airplane. No, read comments. You have to have.
Let's see.
Um,
I love the grandma looks in my house. Then all of a sudden, everyone here wants to learn. Knitting is cool. That was from True Love.
yeah.
Antoinette 00100 said, Arne, did you say the other designers were farting or partying? I'm confused.
I said partying.
Partying.
They probably were farting also. you
We
know,
were- they
a
were
lot
net-
of drinks,
Yeah, they were networking.
peanuts.
Yeah, but they were networking.
They were networking and partying.
Yes.
Partying. Not
So we need somebody to hold that screen, otherwise it will fall again. PJ is now in control.
That's what we have people for.
Yeah. AMC Coco laughing at Arne. I didn't lose a stitch because that was your comment when that thing fell over.
Yeah, you could easily lose a stitch.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
Linda's Gradishar says hi from Savannah, Georgia. Hi, Linda.
That sounds so
That's
beautiful.
Savannah. I think Savannah is known to be one of the most beautiful cities in
Yeah,
in the United
even the
States.
place.
Yeah.
The name.
The
is
name,
beautiful.
yeah, but it's supposedly a stunning city.
Oh, there's someone starting a motorcycle. This is very unknown for us.
Yes.
We don't know these things.
Well, but it's nice to try something new. This is the first time ever outside of our house, and you know, in order to set up the live stream, this time it had to be like
Yeah.
this. And I'm all in favor of trying something new
Yeah.
from time to time. Don't you agree?
I know. I know.
Okay, so Paula Dillon says she loves her new book, and Kelly says please do this weekly. And then we've got Beth McDonald Stone says hello from Bermuda. Wow.
Oh, she said the other designers were party poopers.
No, we were the party poopers.
No, we were the party poopers. Oh, sorry, I can't
No,
read.
I think she said that they were, but we were.
They were. No, they were the party
Yeah.
poopers.
Anyway, Beth McDonald says hi from Bermuda. Hello from beautiful
Hello,
Bermuda. And then we've got Annalise. Oh, hi, Annalise.
Annelise from Denmark.
From Seattle, and Denmark. We know you, Annalise.
Hello, Annalise.
We met you at the Nordic Heritage Museum
See you next time.
many times, and we hope we'll see you again there soon. That's so cool. Caroline Lloyd says try new things is great.
Yeah.
Uh,
Liz Gilmore, hello from Tennessee. I want to go to Tennessee. I want to go to Dollywood.
Dollywood, yes.
Dollywood.
We've got Iris Gross saying that the weather in Oslo looks fantastic. Thank you, Iris. We do see you commenting on a lot of our YouTube tutorials. Thank you so much for all your comments. They're always very welcome. And we're always smart because now we see your name and your photo, and it's kind of like we know you in a way.
Yeah.
So that's really
That's
cool.
nice.
We've got Annabella from Portugal. And from the Blue Mountains in Australia, Lois Patrick.
we
It's
were-
3:20 a.m. in the morning here.
Oh, good morning.
I hope you didn't get up for us.
You had to go to bed after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope that's
We
the
were
case.
almost in the Blue Mountains.
Almost, yes.
Almost. We've almost been in the Blue Mountains.
Yeah. So, any other stories about knitting in
Where
crazy
to
places?
knit? In crazy places.
We did the fashion thing.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, if we go on holidays, we don't want to stay in the sun. So we stay in the shadow, and we can stay like with a hat under a palm tree,
Under an umbrella, yes.
under an umbrella, knitting,
Yeah.
like really warm places, and you knit with wool.
Yeah, and
It's good.
We're not big fans of the sun. I mean, it is beautiful weather in Norway right now. We've been out in the sun, but you still usually find an umbrella or a parasol between us and the sun.
Yeah.
And we usually wear
Hats.
a lot of clothes. I have to wear sunglasses because of the sun. You wear a hat, and you know we're sitting there knitting.
From here and down, it's all white.
Yeah,
I don't want to show you right now, but
it's
believe me.
the same with me. And let's see, Trish Mason says it's 99 degrees in Texas today, 75 at night. So your night
that-
temperature
that's warm.
is our day temperature here in Norway, and I'm glad that it's like that for us anyway.
Yeah.
Rebecca Nelson says laundromat knitting. I suppose you go to the
Laund-
laundromat
Oh, that's
to
nice.
wash your
Yeah.
clothes, and you're knitting there. Let's see what else. let's see, Antoinette says, don't know if my first comment got to you. Love you guys. You make me smile. Thank you, Antoinette. I don't
you.
think we saw that first comment, but thank you for your second one.
Yeah. They're coming so quick, it's really hard.
Yeah,
to-
yeah, it is. Yeah, Iris says that you're the boss. You can knit without looking at your work, which I can't
I
do
have to look down every now and then.
because I
but-
can't multitask. Wool Tress is asking Arne Darling, what are you working on? That yarn
Socks.
is lovely.
It's a sock yarn,
That designed by us, the
but
Regia.
it's a thicker one. What's it called?
It's the Regia design line by Arne and Carlos 6-ply.
6-ply, so it's for thicker socks.
It's for thicker socks, and I've got the same, but in another colorway.
But I use smaller needles because than what's said, because I want to have like a tighter knit. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing. right
Yes. And of course, in terms of sock knitting, it is quite warm right now, so you kind of try to avoid knitting a lot with wool nowadays. I mean, we brought our sock knitting now because it's the
It's
most
in the
practical.
evening, and it's not a problem when you knit in the shadow.
That's true, and it's the most practical thing to bring into the city. But I know you've been doing a lot of cotton crochet, and I've been playing around with the knitting machine that we got.
And you know, that is so fun.
Yes,
That is really
the
fun.
knitting machine has been so great.
And we're still learning.
We take it out into our terrace and we put it down, and then we knit on the knitting machine in the evenings. And I watch the view, and I go with the machine.
And what's really cool with this knitting machine, it's an old one, it's called Knitax.
Yeah.
And if you knit a piece of intarsia on the machine and you knit a piece of intarsia by hand, you can't see the difference because this machine makes it look hand knitted.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really fun.
We're there, and and I've been knitting a lot with that, and it's great in summer because you're actually operating a machine, and you're not really getting hot with touching all that wool that you get in your hands because you're operating the machine. The only downside is you can't really take it with you.
No, it's a little bit
So we were
too big.
We were considering if we should have brought the knitting machine to Eric's garden, but we felt that there was already so many things going on here that I think it's better that we don't
It
have
makes
the machine.
it makes a sound, not very much, but a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Jill, let me see what that says. Jilly Bean S57. Hello, gentlemen. What is for dinner tonight in your beautiful Norway? I'm knitting a sweater right now, and I'm enjoying your chatting.
Thank you.
So dinner tonight, we've already had our dinner because we had an early one tonight. I had some spicy tuna,
I had a salad with shrimps and
avocado.
avocado.
Yeah, and we ate at a restaurant today since we're in Oslo.
So, but normally on a night like this, I guess we would do some barbecuing. Or,
Yeah. So Kim Watts says 4 times messaging. Please give me a wave from England. Here's a wave from Norway to
Hello
England.
to England.
Kim, here you go. Sorry we missed you the first 4 times.
Oh, sorry. You have to read quicker.
Yeah, I know. Linda says she's made 3 of our perfect socks, and our yarn really is perfect. Makes
Thank
me
you.
look like a better knitter than I actually am.
I guess you're a good knitter.
You're a good knitter,
Don't
for
worry.
sure. Frances is knitting lots of mittens there. Good summer knitting, she says. And
Yeah.
it is because you knit all those mittens and then you have them ready for winter.
And it's small project, so
Small
it's
projects.
easier. Like if you have a big sweater in summer, it's warm.
Yes.
Or if you do a like crochet blanket, you're all covered up. So keep that for the autumn or the winter.
Yeah, and MVBC says, hello from Spain. Seems better temperature in Oslo than Barcelona. And
You know, it is. Carlos' parents, they live in Spain and they went to Sweden to get some heat.
Yeah, to visit our family in Sweden.
Because it's too
And I
cold.
was reading in the newspaper, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, that it's the way things are. When it's really warm in the south of Europe, it's cold in the north. And right now it's really warm in the north of Europe, so it gets cold in the south.
Yeah.
So, and it's great. I mean, but we've been having this for a few weeks now.
It's a bit strange. And you know where we live? Like we have this lake in the garden and I always said to Carlos that I would wish we had swans in the lake because that is so stylish. And you know, 2 or 3 days ago, I saw 3 swans on the lake.
Yep.
You know, you can What's this? My grandmother said you can
No,
wish. No, don't do that on air. Okay.
No, Arne's grandmother was a really great woman, but her language was the same as a sailor's. So we don't want to repeat exactly what she said, Arne.
No, but you can wish in one hand and
No.
you can do something different.
Don't do that. Don't
in
go
the
there.
other?
Don't go there.
Okay.
Don't go there. But yeah,
But this time I wished in one hand and I got 3 swans. Isn't that amazing?
It's beautiful. Yeah, and I actually managed to see them just as they flew away. It was really, really cool. Let's
I
see who
want-
else we've
yeah.
got here.
Sorry. Oh,
Oh,
Linda
Linda Key.
Key.
Hi from Nashville. Dolly is a wonderful person, and she would like. I hope she would like to meet you. That would be great.
I would like to meet her.
Absolutely.
I love Dolly.
We've got Viv Vauveo from Quebec, Canada.
Swans are evil. Yeah, we heard. But I'm not afraid of swans.
No, I mean, we saw them from a distance from the second floor of the house, and I was telling Arne, because I actually told him, I'm glad you got your swans in the garden or in the lake, but don't let them come near us because they can get very aggressive.
I
actually.
heard, but bring a helmet.
I think that. What if they go aim for the leg or something?
Boots. Rubber
Yeah,
boots.
Carmen Kiwi says that's hilarious about the wishes. Yeah.
I know.
Carrie Lopez says my dad used to say the same thing. I suppose this is kind of like a say. Yeah.
He was a sailor, maybe.
Yeah. Felicity says ha ha ha. Arne is so bloody funny. You're funny, Arne.
I know. I'm so funny.
Let's see. Sandra Edmonston says my grandmother always said that. LOL. Oh, okay.
You
so-
see, this is common.
It's not only your grandma.
No, everybody
It's
does.
common sense, I suppose. It's raising children and teaching them to understand
And if you
life.
tried, you know. You know.
Yeah. Did you ever try?
No,
Of course not.
I didn't have to try.
Michelle Cassan says hello from Connecticut. Love
Hello.
watching you too. And we have a book recommendation here from Rose Welchins. Read the book, The Trumpet of the Swans. It's a great book by E.B. White.
Okay,
Gonna write that down.
thank you.
And then we've got Sheridan Lomax saying, you have taught me how to crochet granny squares at the age of 66. So my first blanket in progress. So thank you. Now
You're
knitting my
welcome.
second bird.
Oh, cool.
That's so cool. We're so happy that we have been able to help you out with your knitting and your crocheting.
There's always something to learn, you know.
Yeah.
We
And
learn a lot of things all
yeah.
the time.
And Alison Rodriguez says that in England the swans belong to the Queen. I know that. That one I knew, that fact. She owns all the Queen.
All of them.
Yes, the Queen of England owns all the swans in England.
Maybe the 3 I saw was hers.
They're in Norway.
They came from England.
They're in Norway, so they're not
No.
hers.
But I think swans are beautiful.
Okay, and Kathleen Wickline Dahlström says it's a universal saying worldwide, your grandmother's saying.
And you
then-
have never heard it before. You were shocked when I told you the
Well,
first time.
yeah, my grandmother was a little bit different from yours. And we've got Gwen and Redshaw. She says, I want to know what she said now, because I don't know. You know what? I didn't know until Arne said it the first time. But we can't tell you on YouTube, because we might get demonetized.
Yeah, we will be deleted.
Yeah, so we don't want to do that.
So use your imagination.
Taryn Wynn says, Arne is a machine, laughing and knitting like a lunatic.
They put on fast speed, like fast forward. If I had to change my voice to speak quicker,
Yeah?
then it sounds like the film is
Yeah, like you fast forward.
fast forward.
Let's see what else we've got. In Tudor times, they used to eat swans. They did not taste good. I can imagine it's very dry meat.
Yeah, they're like stuffed on the plate.
Yeah,
like the whole
the
thing.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes. And we've got Fran Coco Scare is a musician. I knit just before concerts to calm down, mostly in churches. That's really cool. And we've actually met a lot of musicians who knit.
Yeah.
We know some opera singers.
They also
and-
knit before they
Yeah,
go.
not only before, because some opera singers, they might have a big role and there might be a part of the opera when they're not on.
Yeah.
So they go backstage backstage and they knit while they're listening to, whatever is going on in the opera, and then when it's time to go on again, they just put the knitting down and then they go on stage and then they sing their aria.
And we saw this beautiful picture of Ingrid Bergman, was it?
Ingrid Bergman was
She
a
was
great knitter,
knitting
too.
while someone was putting on her makeup.
Yeah, multitasking.
Multitasking.
Just before one of her movies.
So a lot of artists are knitting, I
A
guess.
lot of artists, yes. We've got Karen Lopez. I love you guys. What language do you speak when hanging out together?
I speak Norwegian or strange dialect.
And I speak Swedish. And they're related to each other in a way that we can understand each other very well.
I think it's hard to read Swedish, but listening to Swedish, I understand
Yeah.
everything. But the written Swedish is
It's a little bit different.
It's
yeah.
easier to read Danish.
Yeah, we understand Swedish, Danish, and Norwegian. Those are our kind of, they're three separate languages, but they kind of would be like comparing American English with South African English, Australian English,
Yeah.
and UK English. So it's
And
similar,
Icelandic,
but
it's like the mother language for all of this.
yeah, Icelandic is the main language.
What happened?
And Anna says yay because
Yeah.
she's from Iceland.
She's from
Anna,
Iceland.
who is working with us in this project. So we've got a big representation of Scandinavians here today. Let's see what else. Cheryl Hill says, Arne and Carlos, when are you coming to the UK? We will be in the UK this fall. At the moment, we don't have much information about that, but
In the
keep your
fall.
eyes peeled, and we will post something when it gets closer to.
We're going on a tour, or what are we doing in England?
I think we're going on a tour.
on
yeah.
a tour in England.
Yeah, we've got Amanda Farah. Hola from Mexico City.
Mexico.
Hola, we love Mexico City.
Yeah, that's Mexico City is one of the most interesting places we've been to. It's so beautiful. So, where did we stay in Mexico City?
In Condesa,
Condesa.
in the Red Tree House. We love that place.
Beautiful
it's one
place.
of our favorite places. Let's see what else we've got. Hi, Arne and Carlos. Comes from Claudia Somariba. Hi,
Are you
Claudia.
going to Irma de Witt? Are you going to the Bergen Strikke Festival?
No.
Never heard about
We
it.
never heard of that. We're not going. Amanda says, come to Mexico soon. We would love to go to Mexico again. We love Mexico.
We're coming next year, maybe. Next year,
So, yeah.
Mexico. Yeah.
There's a lot of questions, a lot of interaction now. Cynthia is asking how the Rowan designing is going. It's going very well. Collection to be launched very soon, and we're working on 2 new collections now. So it's going very well. It's going very well. Oh, and then I think we still got a few more minutes before we need to go. I've got a question from Yvonne Williamson. What is the smallest item you have both knit?
Smaller. I made one of the knitted mice.
Yes.
I think that's the smallest one because I took the, like normal yarn and I split it and I used 2 threads.
Yeah, you
And then
did,
I
yeah.
knitted on a needle 1 point something. 5.
Yeah.
So that was a tiny mouse, and I was inspired of a knitted doll I saw in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
one of our dolls, and it was knitted the same way with very thin needles and thin yarn, and
Yeah.
it fits in a small dollhouse.
It does, yeah. I tried knitting a tiny Christmas ball with a very small needle size, but I'm too tight. I'm a very tight knitter, so it didn't really work out. It just became this little
There were like
blob.
needles all over the place.
Yeah. Like, they were going all over the place.
Actually, Christmas balls is a nice project to knit anywhere
Anywhere, yes.
because you finish very quick and
Yeah.
what? You
Balls,
success-
balls and socks.
Balls and socks.
Balls and socks, and I've always said it. Balls and socks are the best things to knit. So you take your Christmas balls with you, and you take your socks
You're
with
making
you.
pictures in my head right now.
About the balls?
And the socks.
It's okay.
For-
Oh, we've got our lovely Betty Gustafsson.
Hi, Bet.
Hi, Betty. She says, sorry I'm late.
No.
It's okay, we're still here, darling,
Yeah.
for a few more minutes.
And we see you soon.
Hopefully we'll see you
Hopefully.
soon. Everybody, Betty is a good friend of ours
And we've been driving in Yellowstone
in her really nice
in
Cadillac.
a nice Cadillac with Beth.
Yeah, she's really great. Love you, Bet. Let's see. What else have we got here? Shirley Beard. Oh, hi, Shirley.
Hi, Shirley.
I thought I was-
Shirley is having bubbles tonight. I saw it on Instagram, but I didn't have time to answer.
Yeah, and now she says, I thought I was a multitasker, but I can't watch you and knit, but I can drink.
That's
That's a good one.
multitasking too.
That's definitely multitasking as well.
I know a person, and she was actually brushing her teeth, talking and drinking at the same time.
Wow.
I don't know how that drink tasted, but she was actually doing everything at once. It's not nice.
No.
No. not brush your teeth and drink at the same time.
I think she just had too much energy.
Maybe.
Let's see what else. Anne Pedersen says, hi Arne and Carlos, greetings from Copenhagen.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Anne.
hi.
Or Anne, sorry. As soon as you're finished, I will go to the beach. Nice weather in Scandinavia. Yes, fantastic weather in Scandinavia. And they say it's going to last another week, you know.
Actually, it's
So-
going to be chilly tomorrow, like 20 degrees. That's not so cold. It's like still warm.
They said it was going to get colder, and that's the temperature, they said.
Yeah.
Well, that's still very warm for Norway.
That's a normal summer.
So anyway, Anne, we're not going to hold you here much longer because you definitely need to go to the beach. It's a beautiful evening. I'm sure the weather is just as good in Copenhagen as it is here.
Yeah.
And you definitely need to go to the beach and go have that last dip in the ocean before the sun sets. And I don't know, what are we going to do, Arne? We're going to open up a bottle of wine
A
or
bottle of
something?
wine and
Open up a bottle of wine.
finish a
and,
pair of socks, maybe.
Yeah, and celebrate with...
There's a pond in the garden, we can swim.
There's a small pond here, yeah. We might put our feet in it.
Our
It's
feet.
not big for swimming, but for feet dipping.
Maybe it's warm enough for me.
For you, yeah.
For me.
Me, I jump in
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah. You're
But
right.
anyway, we're going to be opening a bottle of wine. We're going to be celebrating our second live stream with Anna, PJ, and Eric. And it's been a lot of fun doing this again. We want to come back and do it again in August, probably in our own garden next time. But it's been fun doing this in Eric's garden. So
You
we
can do
wanna
it
thank-
anywhere where there's internet connection.
Anywhere where there's an internet connection, you can go live. And we just want to thank Arne for, Eric, for allowing us to take over his garden for
And
an
these
hour.
nice chairs.
And these beautiful chairs that might be, you know,
Leaving the house.
leaving this house today in our little car. If we manage to smuggle them out of here.
Oh, Eric, look.
Eric, look,
There's a
look, look.
moose in the garden.
Yeah,
Didn't
we
work.
tried to distract him, but it didn't work. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. It's been great. We really love interacting with you guys. We really love reading your comments and kind of responding immediately. Robbie Anderson says, thank you guys. This has
Thank
been
you.
great.
Thank you to all of you. We have to read all the comments
Wait,
up.
Eric. Kathy Goodman says, Eric, I love your garden. You've got and I agree. He's got a really nice garden. He
You
was
put a
just waving
smile on
to
his
you,
face.
and he's smiling right now. What else have we got? Oh, this was fun. Anna, PJ, Eric, thanks. This is from Iris. So yeah.
You should come and put your faces in the camera.
Well, maybe
No,
one
they're
day.
too-
No,
they're too shy.
They're
They're too shy.
very Scandinavian in that sense.
Yeah.
They try to keep in the background and then let us do all the
They're all
fronting.
blushing, but you can't see it.
Yeah,
Or
you
we
can't.
can't see it even because they're all sunburned right now.
Yeah, we're all sunburned, so it looks like we're blushing. So anyway, let's do this again more often. This is really fun, says somebody. But I'm sorry I can't read your name because it's in Korean. But thank you anyway for that.
Ultres Carlos, your hair is gorgeous.
Oh, thanks. I went to the hairdresser today. That's
He get it all the time. I just cut mine and I have this white stripe in the back.
yeah, from the sun.
No sun on this. I have to be like in the sun for a while to get the same pinkish
Yeah.
color all over.
And that's what we're going to be doing now. Going for a
Yeah,
bottle of wine
let's go and have
some
wine
sun.
and
So
let me get sunburned in the neck.
yeah, so thank you everybody for joining us, and it's been really great. We hope to do this again soon. We love interacting with you. Remember that we've got our YouTube channel. You should subscribe if you're not subscribing, and hit on those like buttons. if
And
you
there's
can.
another one you should press.
Yeah, the one. You should press one that, well, that's what I've heard. You should press the one that gives you those notifications, because then you won't miss anything from us. So do that
I'm
too.
not good with this. I don't know the name.
No, I don't know anything about computers, but Anna told me this.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have to listen to the
I
pros.
have to listen to Anna.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and we will be back with weekly episodes every Sunday at 7 p.m. Norwegian time, which is 11 a.m. in Chicago. So thank you so much for
Thank
watching,
you.
and see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.